What are we reading and watching?
Y'all heard the clip. So actually, this might be the first time that people on YouTube have seen this in some time. We are doing a segment called Reading and Watching.
Factual.
And
R&W.
Right, R&W.
R&W.
Not to be confused with R&B, but it's just as smooth. We are talking about the things that we read, watch.
You were thinking it.
Right.
What was I?
Yeah, you were.
We're talking about the things that we read, watch, the games we play, stuff that we're interested in that you think you might be interested in. I think we all have quite a bit of list. But I'll start.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, we'll start Chris, and then we'll just make our way around.
Cool.
Well, I have not had to do this in over a month now.
Yeah.
So obviously I've consumed a lot of things. I am almost completely caught up on JoJo's. And it has been a ride. It has been a ride. Joseph is still my favorite JoJo.
Shout out Joe.
I love him.
Sif.
I
Joe.
think I love him
Stars.
almost like equally as much as a dad as I did as just as a main character. But I didn't love him as much as a grandfather. Well, he's not really a grandfather. It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
He's a philanderer.
Yeah.
He had a baby on
He's a baby daddy.
on his wife. So they had to meet that nigga. So
He a baby daddy.
he had baby dad. He got baby mama drama.
There had to be at least. I mean, if one of them it was going to be him.
Right. No. I mean, and it fits. It fits. But he's also the American JoJo. So which just makes it funnier. Anyway.
Yeah,
so
that's true. If that isn't
that he went to Japan to have a baby on his wife though.
Yeah.
I just oh man. Okay.
That seems like a cultural social commentary.
Yo, Japan, holla at me.
I'm tearing up. So I did watch all of JoJo's. I watched other things, but that was a lot of JoJo's to get through. So, do I remember anything else? Oh, I've been reading through One Piece, obviously. I've decided to start my manga One Piece journey.
Congratulations.
I also did finally buy my volumes of Spy Family on my bookshelf.
They're over here
now.
If you're watching, you could see them on YouTube.
Right. I've been rereading this yaoi series called BJ Alex, and no, BJ does not stand for blowjob. It doesn't.
I mean, that's.
But that's what you would think. But also,
that's not what I would have
I'm
thought.
looking at Malcolm's face.
I was like,
I'm feeling the same
so
thing that Malcolm was
disappointed in
feeling.
my
Anyway,
little
I
sister.
fucking love that
Y'all, I
sis.
promise her I raised her better than that. But kids these days just go out and do their own shit. You can't tell them shit. They want to experience the world and fall on their ass and become degenerates like this fucker. But
No, so I already own it on Lezen, but they also do physical copies. So I also purchased those.
So she could have a hard copy of it too, just in case you wanted to come over and watch. Look at it.
I shouldn't say
know,
that.
right?
The people that know, they're glow sticks. Anyway, also, I've been playing a game that I was bought called, what is it called? Something the Spire.
Oh, is that the one you playing?
Slay the Spire. That's what it's called. Yes, and I played it on. I finally streamed again. After a very long time.
I was randomly I don't know if I was at work and I saw it pop up or something like that.
I streamed it I streamed for over 7 hours.
Oh my God.
Because I get really
Did you
obsessive.
take bathroom breaks?
I think I did take a bathroom break, but more out of frustration maybe than actually needing to go. But I get really obsessive, but I'm also, I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm very competitive. Our whole family is,
yes,
but
our family is very competitive.
Really competitive.
Like where it's like a negative sometimes.
Right. Well, we used to play Monopoly as a family. We don't play it anymore because. But what my dad would do when he won, because whoever was the loser had to clean up after the game was over, and these games would take us
like
hours and hours to play. So it would be like fucking 1:00 in the morning by the time we're finished playing it. We started right after dinner kind of thing. And my dad would usually end up winning. And his thing he would do whenever he won is he would just take everything, like all the money and stuff, and just start like tossing it like a salad over the gaming setup, just so that the person that lost
That's that yaoi coming out.
would have
Like, yeah, you did that. Like,
That's that yaoi coming out.
well, no, like, because you did this, and then you said he tosses the salad, and you know, you
That's
ain't
clearly
have
not what I
to.
meant.
Y'all here with Trick Daddy, hashtag eat a booty gang.
Like, you didn't have to, like, you're
No,
not,
I
like,
think that's y'all's minds, because obviously I was not there. I'm talking about my
You the one that
fucking
read
dad.
yaoi.
Anyway, so I'm very competitive. So this game isn't one that you
comparing
can
the
just
salad
like.
toss.
The game
She's
isn't
talking
that
about BJ's.
long,
Like she's talking
Yeah.
about
but
tossed
it's
salads.
like difficult.
yeah.
That's a
So
degenerate
it
through and
took
through.
me. You have to keep going through over and over again. But it reminded me of when I played 10. It was it called 12? No, 12 minutes.
Yeah.
That fucking game. I was on that game for 8 hours.
That's insane.
But also, we know the issue I had in the middle of that game where I thought that I figured out that I was the person that committed murder. And so I thought that I was supposed to be trying to get away with murder. And so I spent like 3 hours of my gameplay trying to arrange things so that I could frame my wife for my murder. And I kept losing. I was like, I feel like I set that up right though. Like, no, because if I set this up and he knocks out, well, no, I knock her out first, and then when he comes in, he sees her, and I like knock him out, and then while he's down, you know, like I kill him, and then I cut his stuff off, I flush that stuff down the toilet, and then I leave, because then when she wakes up, it'll look like she killed, like I plant the knife on her, and it looks like she killed the guy, and I can leave. And then she's framed for murder, and I'm scot-free. But that wasn't how you're supposed to end the game. So I was not able, like, kept having to start
There was an
over.
option to Lorena bobbing somebody?
No, there wasn't. There wasn't. I thought there was, but there was not. Anyway, I played that game for 8 hours.
Where are you streaming at? How often are you on
streaming
Twitch?
at?
Is
I
that
am
where
on
can
Twitch.
people find you?
I'm not like an affiliate or anything, so I could just kind of like stream when I want to. I'm gonna try. I guess if more people consistently watched, maybe I'd feel like I needed to try to be consistent. But right now, it's
But
like
if they wanted
whenever,
to find you, what would they need to look up?
Oh, Chris and Aurelia. Yes, I'm both Chris and Aurelia. It's a long story.
It's really not. You have a first name and a middle name. It's
do.
not a long story at all.
End of story.
End of story. That's the short version, sure. Anyway,
That is the version.
whatever, Malcolm. Oh
Shut up,
I was like, we haven't heard that in a while.
no, so
Our soundboard
I
when we need it.
but I've been playing that. I still have to keep playing that. Cooper told me how long it took him, how long he thinks it took him to win through the first time. So now I have a time to beat. So I'll
Coop.
definitely be playing again. I also bought the first 6 games of Final Fantasy because they're on Steam.
Oh, sure.
Oh, okay.
Now.
Yeah, I heard that they were doing that. I heard they were doing
Yeah,
that.
I bought the pack, and so I've
Nice,
never played a
nice.
Final Fantasy game before my whole life.
I think you'll like.
What?
I think you'll like the first.
You're
6.
not going to be able to get through them.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be
The
your
first one?
No, just
There'll be
any
your
of them.
speed.
That's
I
like
think.
6 years worth of playing.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
like literally.
I mean, you're talking classic JRPGs that like they want you to pump 100+ hours into each game.
Yeah, I could probably.
I was like, I think that'll if you take the time. Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
No,
it's
but
not,
it's just like the
it's a
whole
journey.
like you
It's
being a
One
scary
Piece.
ass and stuff. Like
That too. That ain't gonna
I mean,
lie.
you're
You're
not-
They didn't
scary?
get-
you're not
Hell
gonna be able
yeah,
to
they
these
get a
games.
little dark sometimes. Most of them get dark actually.
do you
They
mean?
the premise is dark of
I
almost
shouldn't
every
have said
single
anything.
Final
I should
Fantasy.
just let her play them.
Should've just let it
Yeah,
play.
I mean the first 6, I think it'd be alright with the
Yeah,
first
you'd be
6.
Because now I'm going to be like, go back and look
Well,
at
if you're
I don't
scared,
think the
if you're scared of
graphics,
sprites, that's
yeah.
that's a whole nother
Right, that's true.
issue we have to deal
Am I
with.
scared of sprites?
Like the character sprites is what you talking
Yeah,
about.
not
like
the
not the
soda cans.
spirits.
Oh, no,
Not
I
soda
don't think
cans.
so.
Like the 2-bit like
I'm afraid of the fizz. It's too bubbly.
No, I think that'd be dope. That
The people that think Sprite is spicy.
That meme is
nowhere. We get this. I'm sorry, Chris.
I mean, also the same people that think ketchup is spicy too.
Am
so
I
we
done?
know who they are.
I did finally watch Free Guy.
Oh, what did you think?
That's a fun movie.
I liked it. We liked it.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
That's the Ryan Reynolds one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
Ryan
right.
I
Reynolds
haven't
one.
watched it yet.
It came out like
It
last year.
reminds me of Her,
What? Why?
the movie with Joaquin Phoenix and
Yeah.
and
Oh, I don't,
fucking
I haven't seen that one.
And Lance's favorite
Scarlett
actress.
Johansson. Where he falls in love
Scarjo?
with the
I didn't watch that.
AI.
He
Nah, I
basically
did.
falls in love with Alexa.
Oh, I remember. I didn't watch
so
that,
I was
but I
like,
remember.
Oh,
that.
Free Guy is the video game comedy version of Her. Got
it
it.
ain't.
That's funny.
No, it ain't.
Still kind of funny.
So I mean, it was interesting.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah, it was fun. I think it was fun because you get all the little video game tropes.
Is it better
and
than
stuff
Ready
in there.
Player One?
No,
It's
no,
different.
no.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
it's a
It's
very
totally
different.
different.
It's a Ryan
yeah.
Reynolds movie.
I mean,
Right,
yeah.
right.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, as far as like the game stuff.
Oh,
No,
I think
there's-
they do it.
there's about
halfway
as
decent
many-
job
yeah.
of some of that.
They did.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of
This
like
is the
video
more
game
like-
and
like
like pop culture
The
references
video
in it.
game more mirrors like Grand Theft Auto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
So it's
true. That's
like
a good
it's just a
analogy.
It's
different
less
type
like
of
an
game.
MMORPG and more of
Okay.
Or what's that
Yeah.
game that came out? Saints Row. It kind of reminds me
Yeah,
of
Saints
Saints
Row.
Row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is funny because I never
Saints
played any of the
Row, but
GTA
with the
games, but I played
vibe
all the
of,
Saints Row
like-
games.
Yeah.
I love
Saints
Saints
Row
Row.
with the vibe of more of like a first person shooter type game,
Right.
like a
Yeah.
Apex Valorant
Oh, okay.
vibe.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. It is interesting. And Ryan Reynolds is I find
great.
him humorous.
He's
So
great.
it was enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, his comedic timing is impeccable.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else you got?
That's all I can remember. It's been a long month.
Word. What do I have? I have 3 things. One of them is not anime related at all. 2 of them, but one of them I'll go so I'm starting One Piece from scratch, the anime.
Yeah.
Yay!
I don't remember the last time I touched One Piece, but it is a great story. It is a really great story. Like, and it's actually like at first I was like, man, I gotta watch this really old. These graphics is not what I need right now. But then like the story just kind of sells itself, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna binge this. So even though I should be watching Trigun, which we're reviewing sometime next month or whatever, I've started a whole other journey of One Piece.
Enjoy it.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. So watching what I'm gonna throw this one in. This is my non-anime related. For some reason, my wife got me watching the show. It's 2 years old. It's called The Great, and it is a fictionalized, sort of somewhat true but not true story of Catherine the Great, who staged the coup in Russia. And got her husband, I think she got her husband killed and became like the Catherine the Great. She ruled for about 12 years, and she brought in kind of all these different progressive ideas and stuff like that for Russia. And so Hulu says, but since there's no real, pretty much she gets married, there's the coup, that's what's in history books. They pretty much all right, we're gonna make our own dramatization
Historical
of
fiction.
What her,
Yeah, it's kind of funny because it's in Russia. They all have British accents. And everybody in the show has British accents. At first, you're like, this is disrespectful. But then you're like, okay, I understand. Like, this is all part of this kind of, there's a lot of tropes and stuff like that.
Shit, now that you're talking, I'm thinking of Korean things that I watched.
Oh.
I watched a movie called Love and Leashes, which I would not recommend, but I also watched Business Proposal, which I would recommend. So I'm sorry.
As
As soon as she said the title, I was like,
Love and Leashes.
bro, you better take your ass somewhere, Chris.
Yes. It was funny.
I'm sure it was.
It was really funny, actually. Now that I'm thinking back on it, it's
I'm sure it was.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's like hilarious in like it's hilarious. I mean, yeah, but it's like
Oh, man.
that is funny.
Yes. So, anyways, One Piece. The great, watching that on Hulu. Watching both of those on Hulu. And one of the main things, which I don't think we all like. Jordan doesn't watch this, so I didn't want to do a whole episode about this, but I did want to mention it. Finish Stranger Things, the newest season. Man, like I came in here and I gave them all that crap about them not caring about like the story development. Yeah, and then they developed the story, and I was like, "Yo, what is going on?"
I'm eating my words.
Yeah, I was like, it was good, man. I binged it rather quickly, and I enjoyed every part of it. I think
they're pulling an Attack on Titan, splitting the last season into 2.
Yeah, but there's unlike Attack on Titan, it makes sense. Like theirs makes sense. There's like we kind of have too much of story, like, and we kind of can't just be like, boom, we're ending it here. And so I appreciate they pretty much every episode is either hour 20 or hour 40. They do a really good job of like, obviously all the nostalgic tropes and stuff like that, but I think that they try to give every character space to live and develop, but they also do a really good job, and I ain't gonna spoil this part because it's still fairly new, of kind of like the evil guy, kind of like his reveal. I think they do the most justice to that. And so I appreciate Stranger Things 4, which is on Netflix. Did I watch anything else? I think that's it for me. What you got, Jordan?
Yeah. So I'll start. I got my wife actually watching anime with me, which is rare.
Yeah, Spy Family caught up on that.
Yep.
But anyways,
Spy Family.
Oh yeah, I didn't talk about all this season stuff I was watching.
Yeah. So I got my wife hooked on Spy Family to the point where she is asking if we can watch it. Yeah, like last night we went to watch it. So we had watched all 7 episodes that were dubbed so far.
Yeah,
and she was actually a little frustrated that we didn't have a new episode of Spy Family to watch, which is very cute.
Nice.
I'm very excited about that.
I think at this point everybody's like, we want to see.
I feel like Spy Family is gonna be one of my new like
starter animes for
anime
for sure.
things.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It has all of the perfect elements for a great starter anime. It's comedic.
Yep.
It's got some action in it, which is fun.
It's not overly used trope. Like it has tropes.
It doesn't have a ton of like tropey.
Too much fan service. There's like a little.
And I mean, it really
like
hasn't been much, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there really. I can't think of a single instance, honestly, where I was like, was that necessary? Like.
Yeah.
But no, Spy Family is great. If you don't watch Spy Family or read it, because it's also the manga is great also.
Yeah.
It is.
On Chris's shelf. You need to, because it's great. You will love it, and you will not have a choice.
Without a doubt.
Because it will grow on you whether you like the first episode or not.
Yeah, it's top 5 for this year for me.
Oh, for sure. It'll be top 5, period, for the year. It'll probably win awards this year. If it doesn't, there will be revolts in the streets.
How could Anya not win Best Girl?
Yeah,
it's not even possible. Sure.
Like, my wife is already comparing our unborn daughter to Anya.
You, my dress up darling.
So
Anya's Best Girl.
Yeah. So Spy Family, I've been watching that. I started watching Aoashi, which is the soccer one I was telling you about.
Yeah.
So
is it good?
Yeah, it is. So they're animating it right now, and literally, I kid you not, in like the last 2 weeks since we did the last reading and watching, I've read the entire 292 chapters, which I'm very, very upset that I'm caught up. It's so good, and it's different because I've played soccer my entire life, and I've coached it, I've refereed it, I've played it, everything on the spectrum of relating to the sport, and it's great because I love it because it goes like granular with like tactics and positioning and everything to the point where like me coaching a middle school team, I'm taking concepts from an anime and applying them in my mind. How can I teach this to middle schoolers? Because the protagonist is a middle schooler.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, these are things that he's learning that I can be teaching my kids that don't know how to play soccer, that don't understand the tactics of the game and like basics and things like that. Like this, I'm like me, who's played soccer for almost 30 years, is learning things from that I'm then going to take and use in my coaching life. So this is great. I love it. It's a fantastic anime. And the manga is fantastic. The art is not great in the manga, but it's a great story. And
is
it's
the
like
art good in the anime?
It's all right. It's not like mind blowing or anything like that, but it's pretty typical of like sports animes.
Yeah. Because the animation in Haikyuu was really, really good.
It's not. I wouldn't say it's as good as Haikyuu, but it's decent.
Yeah.
So, but it's a great story. It's a fantastic story. So, Aoashi, that's a great one. Other than that, I mean, I haven't started reading anything new. I've caught up again on Blue Lock because I took like a break for probably a couple months and let things build. And then Blue Lock is going to be, the anime is going to be starting soon. I think it's slated for a summer or fall start.
So much soccer. Great. Love soccer.
So that one's going to be a really good one. And as far as other things that I'm watching, I started watching Trigun, which is, this is my first time ever watching it. I've never watched Trigun before. Like, I've always known what it was, but I've never watched it. And it's very entertaining.
I've watched it so many times, I forget it's a good show.
It is, yeah. It's very entertaining. Even though the animation style is very dated, but like it's so good though. Because I mean, you think about like Cowboy Bebop, and you think about shows from like the 80s, early 90s, and it's that style. But I feel like it's even a little bit more like rudimentary than Cowboy Bebop is. It's not quite as fluid, and probably it doesn't hold up as well.
It's not as much budget.
Yeah, it didn't get as much of a budget as Cowboy Bebop did, but it's like a great story.
The first Hunter x Hunter.
Maybe
not even as
maybe
much.
not even
as much because the whole thing is literally like the same.
It looks
setting.
It looks like that old
like
style where they
Lupin the
drew
Third?
everything out.
Yes,
yeah,
it's similar in that way.
Yeah,
or at least I would say.
Yeah. So
I think they were animated by the same studio. I could be wrong. I gotta check that.
But no, so that's fun. I'm like 5 or 6 episodes into Trigun so far, so that's a lot of fun. I was talking about this in the Discord. I now have a hate relationship with Shield Hero because I love the story. The manga is fantastic. And then the second season, they decided to change.
They pulled a Promise Neverland.
Not that bad. Not that bad. Promise Neverland is my metric for just burn the whole studio down.
I mean, not actually, because they're probably like slaves or something.
Not with anybody in the studio. Just burn it. Yeah.
Just with the art. Y'all went on lunch break, and then we decided
after hours,
this whole thing.
Arson on the building. It's not quite that bad, but I was very upset because they changed a major element of the second season.
Yeah.
Literally by just switching a character's placement in the story. And now everything has to change because of where that character is in the story. And it's one of them. It's Raftalia. So, I mean, it's not a spoiler because it's one of the main characters. It's not a new character. They change something that happens to Raftalia in the second season that changes the entire story.
Do you think there's a reason for it? Like,
I don't know.
The Promise
That's
Neverland thing, it was the kids with guns.
No, and that's the thing. Like where the second season of the anime starts, the manga's not super far ahead of where the anime is right now. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if they're changing the story so that they can continue to outpace the manga. And they don't have to worry about it.
Their own shit if they're and then circle back.
And that's what I'm thinking they might do.
You're in your filler arc?
No, because it's actually what's happening in the manga. The story is similar, but because of what they did with Raftalia, the story it has to be different. So I'm just not happy because like in the manga, it's perfect. Like the way that they had it, it flows really well. Like the story is great. And as soon as I saw that, because it happened in like maybe the 3rd or 4th episode of the second season, I was like, I felt my temperature rising because I was heated.
It's like my blood pressure.
I was so heated. Yeah, my blood
pressure. DMX growl. Yeah,
yeah. I was heated because I was like, why? What's the point?
Yeah.
You know. And then Cooper made a good point that they like cut out like a middle portion between like. It was kind of like not really a buffer, but it was like between where the first and second season are, and it gives a lot of context. And that portion that they cut out is what happens to Raftalia, and that's the part where they flipped. So I'm thinking that they're going to lessen the impact of a group of characters by moving Raftalia in the story.
Yeah.
So I don't like it, but that's my guess is what's going to happen. But yeah, so I've been watching Shield Hero. I'm caught up on the manga. Manga's great. Story's way better than the anime. I don't care what they do. Story's better. And then other than that, as far as watching, I haven't really been watching a whole ton else because I'm trying to think what else I've been watching. That's pretty much it for that, I think. And then I've been playing a lot of video games recently, which more than I haven't, like, because there's a lot of great games coming out this summer for me personally as an anime JRPG nerd. There's a new Fire Emblem game coming out, which it's a hack and slash, so
which
you're
I
not
won't
gonna
be
like
playing.
it. Yeah, it's not really a sequel, but it's kind of it's Three Houses, but it's Three Houses hack and slash.
Yeah.
So the story will be similar, but it'll be different. So like you have a different main character than
so it's
Byleth.
gonna be tempting.
Yeah.
Speaking of games you won't play, when are you downloading Warzone? On your PC? just ask.
Yes,
Is
We
that
need
cross-platform?
Yes, it is.
Because I have Xbox Game Pass, but y'all underestimate me when I say I am terrible at first-person shooters.
That's okay.
That's what makes it good.
Yeah, right. It's more fun if you're not good.
Yeah.
Somebody else was like, "Are you gonna get Evil Dead?" I'm like,
No, don't get that.
I don't think so.
I
You're
mean,
gonna have
if you
hella
like
nightmares.
just being scared for no reason to go
If
for it,
innocent JRPGs scare you, then
that ain't gonna be the one for you.
you're not gonna be able to sleep. And
Yeah.
what little sleep you do actually get, you're not gonna be able to sleep.
I think
Right.
there's like a co-op type of thing. They got a co-op.
Is that the
mod
one where it's just
for
like
Elden
parkour
Ring
zombies?
right now
Is
too?
that
I
the- is
think.
that
Yep,
one?
that's the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, okay.
That's the one.
Which
is funny.
I don't think I could. I don't think I'd survive that. Like my heart went.
No, I saw
Yeah, me
I
neither.
saw a TikTok of somebody playing that, and I was like, "Yo,
Well, like when we
you can make it."
well, because we were talking about that with the Hash Bros, because
Yes.
they would play that together.
Man, no way.
Yeah,
And don't get me wrong, and I'm a Left 4 Dead fan, but that's different. Like that's like,
Left 4 Dead is different because
Yeah, Left 4 Dead's different,
It's
yeah.
you and 3 other people. And
yeah, it's co-op, but like that
Yeah.
Evil Dead is like I'm by myself, running from.
No, they
good.
said there's a co-op.
I mean, there's a
thing
co-op,
for that.
Well,
thing,
yeah,
but
but
you're mostly running away from.
Yeah, you're running away. You're
That's
not gunning them
that's
down.
scary. Like that's
Yeah.
anxiety inducing.
yeah,
But yeah,
Yeah, I don't think I
Yeah.
can get it anyway. But.
nah. I've been playing hella Digimon. That's what I've been playing.
Digimon, digital monsters.
Yes. So I've been playing Cyber Sleuth, which is originally came out for like PS4 genre of games. Consoles. I already know this. I already know these two hating ass niggas.
Well, like, no, you understand? Like, Chris hasn't been here since the
Yeah.
last time we talked about Digimon.
Yeah.
And so,
And yeah, so
Cyber
Sleuth.
Cyber
That sounds like
Text by.
that sound like
Yeah.
a character from off of the old Carmen Sandiego show.
bro, you better stop capping, bro. But no, I've been playing that game because I love Digimon and it's a lot of fun. And it's like a Digimon JRPG. It's like if Digimon and Persona had a baby. It's great.
so you would love it.
She doesn't like Persona. She can't handle that.
I like I would love to play the actual Persona games and not this Switch one that I got.
I think you would like them if you would like them. So I've been playing that because they have like the one because I wanted to play Hacker's Memory, which is the second one. And I've never played that before. Stop. Go ahead, spit your drink out. I'm gonna make you choke over there. I'm gonna keep dropping names that you think are ridiculous. So I'm playing through Cyber Sleuth so I can play Hacker's
It was
Memory.
Hackers.
And then next month, Digimon Survive comes out, which we've been waiting for like 5 years now.
Who said we?
Word.
Everybody has been waiting.
Word.
Whether you know it or not, you've been waiting for Digimon Survive to come out.
I've been waiting for Street Fighter.
Get
Back into fighting games.
The trailer for Street Fighter looks interesting.
They had it today, didn't they?
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh, was that on the
fuck, I
PlayStation?
gotta buy a PlayStation.
I was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to buy this.
I gotta buy a PlayStation.
I'm
But
interested.
Which
they're
Street Fighter is
exclusive
this
now,
now?
right?
Like 15?
Huh?
They're exclusive
6.
6?
I think so. Yeah.
Ah,
I mean, they've been like 15
PlayStation
Street
exclusive?
Fighters.
Yeah, I gotta
But the
Yeah,
number
right,
is
yeah,
6.
right.
play it.
that's trash.
5 wasn't.
5 was
No,
what?
it wasn't.
5 was not PlayStation exclusive.
But it also
No.
wasn't.
But it also was supposed to not be good. I haven't
Right.
played.
I was
5
like, it
games
wasn't
in
that
They
real
good.
did a
life.
whole
It
bunch of
wasn't that
patches,
good.
and apparently it's
But
better.
yeah, they had State of Play today,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
man.
and they did the Street Fighter.
I'll have to go back and rewatch because I was at work when it came out, but I'll have to watch it because I want to see what they announced.
Yeah.
I heard that they had an announcement that was not really an announcement. Chico was talking about it in the Discord about a new Dragon Age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4th Dragon Age, but apparently it's an offshoot of Inquisition, which was arguably the worst Dragon Age game of all of them.
Yeah.
So that's neither here nor there. And then super hype for this will be my last thing, and I'll let you go, Malcolm. Super hype for Mario Strikers Battle League to come out next
Somebody
weekend.
I know is putting together like a team or something.
Me and my brothers put so many hours in that game back in the day. The old one that came out for the Wii, I think.
Yeah,
it's the first one came out for the Wii. So many hours. So I'm super hyped for that game because that's gonna be so much fun. Because it's Mario Soccer, and again, I love soccer.
Yeah.
What have I been watching? Obi-Wan. First 2 episodes. Didn't watch the 3rd episode yet. I like it.
I heard it's good. I gotta watch
it. Some people say the first 2 episodes are but
I mean,
they're kind of world building
exists
so.
to show you the like.
Imagine still world building in Star Wars.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
right,
world,
yeah,
I mean,
right.
no, well, but I mean,
an
world
what you
existing
mean, I know
character.
what you
Yeah,
as far as like Obi-Wan's situation or whatever.
Yeah. I know what you mean, but
Wow.
I couldn't help myself.
I know world building in
pretty
Star
tongue in
Wars.
cheek.
Then I've been watching Spy Family.
As you should, as you should.
And then Trigun. I've been watching. I think about 10 in on Trigun. And then I started watching Sailor Moon.
Yeah, buddy.
Just because.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna put it on.
Yeah.
So I watched like 3-4 episodes of that.
Listen,
Shout out to
People-
Tuxedo Mask.
Tuxedo
That,
Mask.
he was the only excuse you had as an 11-year-old boy to watch.
Yeah,
I would be
Sailor
like him.
Moon.
I'm not
It's
watching
like
it because there's a
the
bunch of women on here.
Right?
Yeah,
the
right.
trifecta of Magical Girl, Car Captor Sakura, Sailor Moon, Revolutionary Girl Utena. Honorable mention for Madoka Magica. Yeah. Yeah, get you some magical girls in your life. I did watch, there was this one where the girl was like, she wanted to be a magical girl, she became a magical girl. But she wasn't really a magical girl. She would turn into this like buff dude fairy.
What?
Whenever she needed to fight.
That's
so
hilarious.
She got mad about it because she's like this girl. She's like, oh my God, I always wanted to be a magical girl. And they're like, you're going to be a magical girl. And she's like, okay, I'm ready. Give me my powers. And she transforms into this hulking dude.
She turns into Geo dude. That's
right.
Oh,
She's a Machoke all of a
so
sudden.
funny. I can't remember the name of that. Oh,
I
it's
think
like
that was
magical
Tooth Fairy
something or
that The Rock
whatever.
was in.
Yeah,
That's
right.
hilarious.
Exactly.
Yo.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It was
That's
a play
really
on words
funny.
because like the word they used was like ode or something, and it means like it's like the male pronoun type thing
sure.
because
Right.
she was transferring to a guy.
So a grammatical error gave her different powers.
That's hilarious.
That's funny.
I think
that's funny.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's classic. It's classic.
Yeah, that's it.
Dope. We're gonna have links to everything that we watching and playing and stuff. I might have to do some
By
Amazon
links, he
affiliate
means
links or
there's
something.
gonna be.
I won't put them in there. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
cool. I would put that on.
I
you.
was like,
But we're gonna put links and I'll put that in the description. But y'all know the slogan: stay colorful. Peace.